DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Texas Longhorns. Restate the state of call again. Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Here in Austin, DKR is one of the most iconic stadiums in college football. Texas Memorial Stadium, the fans, the burnt orange. You've got Bevo here on the sideline. There is so much to love every time you come to a college football game here. History in the making at DKR. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. The Longhorns ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. From inside the 15, here's the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be... At the 17. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Back to pass, it's Mateer. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Quarterback will keep it. Can't get him to the ground. Might have a chance. He's at the 50. The 30. He's got the sideline going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Pocket breaking down. Swings it out to his running back. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Man, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. And this time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job.
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Sooners!
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. From inside his own 50. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. On the move, it's Smothers. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. Play this game in the shadow of Big Tex. You can get a corny dog out there, play carnival games, and see one of the great rivalries in the sport, David.
It's crazy. You literally walk outside of the stadium, and there are thousands upon thousands of people. They don't even realize a football game's going on, Jesse. They're just having a good time.
You're right. It's part of what makes this game so special. The Red River rivalry, there's just so much fanfare. There's so much tradition. And remember, with bragging rights on the line, this thing just means more.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Fourth down, Manning. Keeps looking downfield. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own. Great field position.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Got the quick pass. Breaks it, headed to the end zone. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Here's Xavier Robinson. And he's in! Touchdown, Oklahoma! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. This drive will open from the 15. On the run, it's Smothers. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback making checks. Arch Madness. Here's a heat. He throws one to the left. Got it down the field. Found the seam on the left. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown Longhorns. Rolling into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
And it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I'll tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Grabbed over the middle, it's Robinson.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was two guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go in.
There's a crease. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And dude, when you got a guy like this that can just hit the gas and go pick up 15-plus yards, what a luxury. How nice is it to have a quarterback like that when I'm a tailback, when I can send the tailback one direction, quarterback the other direction. This guy's just got so much speed.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Could not make his way to the corner.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
We reached a quarter break with Oklahoma on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here.
King.
Give to the running back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So after that false start, now dealing with 2nd and 15.
Joker. Spade on.
Looking to throw, it's Lacy. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. A nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He throws into the middle of the field. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that 1st down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make...
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Manning to throw for it on 4th. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Hand off for Brown. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw. It's Lacy. They're working that left side. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that 1st down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the 1st down marker. Get in there and get it.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10.
139 Albatross. 139 Albatross. Spade. Bang. Lily.
A give to Brown. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Taken in on the right side by Coleman. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays. That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Lacy. Almost a D lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He'll be stopped on the return right at the 30-yard line and helps out this offense a few extra yards in field position. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Good timing on the quick out. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. To the air, it's Mateer. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Upstairs, he's got it. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. And the Sooners want to move quickly. Here's a give to Robinson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Maybe a crease. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. Thought he might have had a little room for a second, but he'll be stopped at the 28. A pretty good job by the coverage unit. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? He might want another play.
Team. Look.
To the air, it's Lacy. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Backed up now, here's second and long.
Down. Ready? Skate. Joker.
Back to pass. Pressure coming. They get to him as he throws. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
Stay up.
Looking to throw on first down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Man, he was open. He had an opportunity. You just got to look that thing. A lot of times guys are catching it, and as they're catching it, you see their head start to turn to try to think about getting upfield, and they just lose that concentration for a second. A little missed opportunity there for this offense.
Spade deep. Set hot.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Catch in the middle, it's Townsend. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. He'll need to put some leg in this one, a 52-yard attempt and just the right finesse to get it in from the right. He splits the uprights. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
And that's a nice end to this first half. Put points on the board, create a little bit of momentum. You're still losing, I know. Go into the locker room, talk about some adjustments, and come out with some momentum.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. One more snap coming before halftime. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. The Sooners will kick it away to start the second half. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Here comes the Texas offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and to get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Wants to adjust the pattern.
Lily. Spade. Ruby.
Scanning the field, it's Lacy. Here comes the heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, this is a big moment for this offense, too, because you want to capitalize off getting the turnover, right? You just threw an incompletion. Now you got a big down coming up. You've got to find a way to make a play here so that you can generate points and capitalize off of the opponent's mistake.
King.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the catch. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on 4th.
Joker.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Longhorns are in the hurry-up.
And they are showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Out of the backfield, he's open. At the 35, he's open. Lowers those pads. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Just going to keep it after the snap. It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Simon. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He wants to change this route. Back to pass, it's Lacey. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. 4th down, Manning. Got his man, he's got to get to the sticks. Touchdown, Texas! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They want to run this quarterback. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Skips away from pressure. The sure hands, it's Harris. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma passing attack now. You think back to Bob Stoops taking over as head coach in 1999 and bringing with him the air raid offense, a style of passing attack that still wasn't very prevalent in college football at the time, but since then they've always had good quarterback play and guys that could play up tempo, make good decisions. This dude right here, he fits in perfectly with what they're trying to do throwing the ball in Norman, Oklahoma.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
The Sooners will have it 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Handoff to Xavier. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Xavier again. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The run inside. It's Sategna. Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a first down. And the Sooners kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. It's complete to the left. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on 3rd down.
Interesting call here for the head coach, too, because you need a touchdown.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Fires left. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that fourth down stop and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense to be aggressive. It's going to be a big possession right here in the fourth quarter to get me the football back.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to him, and they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Quarterback making adjustments. Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But
look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field.
Ready. Rock. Box. Western. Go.
Manning to throw for it on 4th. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, and no doubt that's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
Hand off for Brown. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. One more time, it's Brown. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. The Sooners call timeout, and that's their last one. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory?
White 53.
Again, it's Brown. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last 4th down.
Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. And the Longhorns will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Quickly complete. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Quickly complete. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Gotta find a completion on this one. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. It was the Longhorns who will ride off into the sunset with the coveted Golden Hat Trophy after